Welcome to our newest mini-series, The Daily Deer. Today we talk about the Whitetail Reset as we get into January, the new year, and the late season hunting. This is the Daily Deer brought to you by Okayest Hunter. This is our first episode of a new mini-series that will be going up daily. So January 1st, starting the new year off right, the Whitetail Reset. That's what we're going to be talking about on the Daily Deer today. The way that this is going to work, this format, just to kind of share what this all is, we're going to start with a quote by someone notable or influential in the hunting industry community, probably a lot of more historical type figures. Just a small recap and some thoughts about that particular topic, i.e. today, the Whitetail Reset, tip and a takeaway. And so we'll do this every day. This will also be going out as an email, potentially blog post as well. So lots of ways to interact and engage with this particular content. This is a way for us to just kind of really put our foot on the gas and be present in all that we do with the people that we connect with, and add more to our podcast network and all of our growing channels and so forth, and really try to be putting up valuable content that can just kind of get you thinking. So this isn't tactics per se, a little bit of philosophical, a little bit of tactic-ish stuff, nothing more than to just be some thought-provoking concepts to help you as a whitetail hunter think about different things that are either seasonal or momentary around whatever's happening in the whitetail woods or the lack thereof. So that's a brief rundown of what this particular segment is. You can find this on our podcast, RSS feed, our YouTube channel, again, blog, email. I'm not sure about the blog part, but definitely email and share this. If you find some value in the tips that we're sharing or the different thoughts that we're depositing, and that you're kind of taking out of this, like, please share it with your hunting buddies, pals, friends, whoever, and we'd appreciate it. And also check out the other podcasts on our network. Obviously, the Okayest Hunter podcast is our weekly podcast with the ability to call in and talk to us as we do our episode live on Tuesday nights. We also have on the same feed Dropping Pins, hosted by Derek Melkor. That is a tactical podcast, but based on a story narrative. So extracting ideas from other hunters based on their aha moments or gotcha moments that they've had in the field. So the Whitetail Reset seemed like a really good way to start for January 1st, which, by the way, Happy New Year. Today's quote: "Hunting is not a sport, it's a way of life." Fred Bear. And after the season ends, whitetails shift their focus to survival, which makes a lot of sense. They've been pressured, they've been hunted, their food sources are diminishing. They're in survival mode, hunkering down for the cold, long winter, at least here in the Midwest. Bedding areas become sanctuaries, and their movement revolves around food and conserving energy. Obviously, after the rut, or even the second rut, their energy is super depleted. Their food sources are very minimal. As a result, all the crops have been picked and harvested. They're doing a lot of browse, things of that nature. So one of the tips that we have for our Whitetail Reset is to take this time to scout the trails leading to late season food sources like woody browse, which I just talked about, or acorns. Focus on learning their patterns now for insights into their habits year round. Obviously, how a whitetail moves now is not going to be something you're going to be concerning yourself with for early season, pre-rut, peak rut, so forth. But it does give you an idea of how these animals are traversing the forest and using the landscape and the food sources that are there. So the takeaway, the woods slow down a lot, but your learning doesn't have to. So embrace the reset and immerse yourself in the rhythm of the deer. So that's our takeaway for the Whitetail Reset. Again, these are short episodes, a minute, couple minutes, nothing too crazy at all. But just that's what these are going to be. So we're going to have one every single day for the whole year. Hopefully we can do it. It's a big endeavor, a big bite to chew. What am I saying? Well, also, it'll be me sometimes, probably more often than not. It'll be me, Eric. Other times, if it's more gear related, we'll try to get Greg on to do one of these. If it's tactical, maybe Derek will do one, Tyler as well. So we'll pull in other personalities, in our four walls and our ecosystem, and we can even tap into others outside of that as this thing kind of picks up steam. It'd be great to hear from some others in the space that have things that they want to say. So maybe we'll have some guest opportunities where they'll come in and do one of the reads for us. So that's your daily deer for today, brought to you by OKS Hunter. Adios.